Okay, hello everyone. So, the first lecture of clocks somehow got missed, so that I am recording. Okay, clocks. So, as you might have seen, something like this. Okay, this is the shorter hand is called R hand. As you can see on this board, my writing is much better because this is a better board. Then this is minute hand. Okay, apart from this, there is also a seconds hand that goes like this, very thin and going around like this. This is a seconds hand. These are the three hands. After this, there is something that you need to know about their velocity. First thing is that if you see this R hand, minute hand and second hand, this R hand goes at a uniform speed throughout, correct? Similarly, the minute hand also goes at a uniform speed throughout. The speeds are different for minute hand, for R hand, but they will always have same speed, correct? It is not acceleration. You won't say that 4 से 5 जल्दी बजता है, 5 से 6 धीरे बजता है. It all takes 1 hour, correct? Now, so first thing that we can find out is their speeds. How do we find out that? See, if you look this R hand, or let's start with the minute hand. So this minute hand in 1 hour, 1 hour means 60 minutes. This minute hand in 60 minutes rotates how much? How much it rotates? Starting from here, it goes and comes back here. That is 360 degrees. That is, in 60 minutes, it rotates 360 degrees. Now, if in 60 minutes it covers 360 degree, then in 1 minute it covers 6 degree, or this only becomes the speed of minute hand. So, speed of minute hand comes out to be 6 degree per minute. That's it. Simple. 6 degree per minute is the speed of minute hand. Then, after this, you have R hand. Now, see, speeds are calculated or thought about this in terms of how much it will cover in 1 minute, okay, or 1 second, 1 hour, like this only you have to see. Okay, put on this fan off here. Next noise. AC is on now. Okay, so minute hand is done. Now, speeds are usually thought of in this way only. Like if I say 60, a car is going at 60 km per hour, that means in 1 hour it covers 60 km. So, here if I tell you that in 1 minute it is covering 6 degrees, that means the speed is 6 degree per minute. That's it. Then, after this, R hand. R hand goes at in 1 hour or 60 minutes, how much the R hand moves. Now, see, if from 3 to 4, it moves how much? After 1 hour, it will move from 3 to 4, correct? From 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So, how much is this degree? Now, you see, this entire thing starting from here to back to here is actually 360 degree. Now, if this entire thing is 360 degree, now it is divided into 12 parts, 12 equal parts. So, divide by 12. This gives you 30 degree. That means the gap between 3 and 4 or 4 and 5 or 5 and 6, this is actually how much? 30 degree. Correct? So, this becomes 30 degree. Now, if this is 30 degree, what you can say that in 60 minutes, how much the R hand moves? R hand moves 30 degree. Correct? 360 was full. You divided by 12 to get 1 gap. Now, 1 gap is worth 30 degrees. So, 60 minutes is equals to 30 degrees. That means in 1 minute it covers how much? Half degree, or speed of R hand will be half degree per minute. Correct? It will be half degree per minute. Other way of writing it is that R hand covers 1 degree in 2 minutes. R hand covers 1 degree in 2 minutes. This is another way of saying the same thing. Half degree per minute. That means in 2 minutes it will cover 1 degree. So this also you can remember. After this, you come to seconds hand. Now seconds hand is much easy. Within not 60 minutes, let's say within 1 minute. 1 minute you have 60 seconds, or in 1 minute this seconds hand will move entire 360 degrees. So in 1 minute it covers 360 degree, or the speed will be 360 degree per minute. That's it. Correct? So this becomes speed of seconds hand. Speed of minute hand 6 degree per minute, speed of R hand half degree per minute, speed of seconds hand 360 degree per minute. That's it. Now, once you get this, then there is another thing that you should know. That is, generally questions are asked on this, that is angle between R hand and minute hand. Angle between R hand and minute hand. Now see, what is the angle? Angle is actually 60h minus 11m by 2. Now, this is the angle between R hand and minute hand. Now, what are this h, m, whatever? See, if I ask you between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. when does the, let's say this is the question, between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. when does the R hand and minute hand coincide? Now I need to find time between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. when the R hand and minute hand coincide. Coincide means they go one over another, that is overlapping. Now, how do you do this? It's very simple. Between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. Now, any time between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. looks like something like this: 1 hour 10 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour 50 minutes, correct? It will look something like this, correct? So I can write all these times as 1 hour xy, correct? 1 hour xy minutes, correct? Now, if this can be written as this, or you can simply understand this, how much R is completed. So 1 hour is completed. So take this as 1, then xy. Now if I need to find 0 degree angle, so this angle becomes 0, 60. In place of h, what you will put? In place of h, how many hours you have completed? You have completed 1 hour. So this will be 1 minus 11. M you need to find upon 2. That's it. Because the time would look like 1 some xy. Now, once you get this 2, you multiply it as 0. That means M comes out to be 60 by 11 or 5 by 11. That is, time is 1:05 5 by 11 p.m. This is the exact time. This is the exact time when R hand and minute hand coincide between 1 and 2. So you understood the process. Angle, whatever angle you need to calculate between them, that you put here. After that you put value of h here, m you can find out. Or if let's say h and m both are given to you, you need to find the angle, that also you can do using the same formula. This is the formula. Now, in this formula, something that you need to remember is, if the value comes out to be positive, value of angle comes out to be positive, that means, now what is written before? R is written before, minute is written later. So this means R hand is ahead of minute hand, and if it comes out to be negative, that means minute hand is ahead of R hand. That's it. Simple. This means hour hand is ahead of minute hand. This means minute hand is ahead of hour hand. Now, please do remember this. So, if I tell you that what is the time when, now here I had 0, so plus minus didn't matter. Otherwise, if it was 30 degrees and I asked you, tell me the time between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. when the angle between minute hand and hour hand is 30 degrees, then you will have to take plus 30 degree as well as minus 30 degree. Understood? Okay, let's move forward. Yeah, let's do some questions now. You can pause and try. I will just do it. An accurate clock shows 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, it is showing 8 o'clock in the morning. This is 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, through how many degrees will the hour hand rotate when the clock shows 2 o'clock? So, from 8 o'clock it becomes 2 o'clock. So, how much the clock will rotate? This is the question. How much the clock will rotate from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, if you see from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. how many hours pass? From 8 to 12, how many hours? 4 hours. And then from 12 to 2, it will be 2 hours again. You add them, this becomes 6 hours. That means 6 hours have passed. 6 hours have passed. Now, if 6 hours have passed, now you need to find how much by what degree hour hand rotate when the clock shows this. So, hour hand is rotating, correct? Now, hour hand rotates at what rate? It rotates at half degree per minute. Half degree per minute. Or one more thing, you know that in 1 hour it rotates how much? From 3 to 4 it goes, 4 to 5 it goes. In 1 hour it goes how much? It goes 30 degree. Correct? That 12 divisions we made, so it will go 30 degree. So, in 1 hour it travels 30 degree, then in 6 hours it will travel how much? It will travel 180 degrees. So, this is the amount of angle that it has turned or moved or rotated. Understood? Simple. Okay. You could have also done this just by observation. So, this is 8, 2 looks also something like this, that is they will form a straight line. So, straight line means 180 degree. So, that could also be one the way. Then, let us do next. Yeah. Through how many degrees does the hour hand in a clock move as the time changes from 3 hours 12 minutes to 6 hours? Simple. So, the time is 3 hours, sorry, not 3 hours, 3 hours 12 minutes. Okay. So, the time is 3 hours 12 minutes. From this it moves till 6 hours or 6 o'clock. Now, how many degrees does the hour hand move? Again, similar question. You need to first calculate the time difference between them, like that 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Same thing, time difference you calculate, then you do it using multiplication with whatever the speed of hour hand is. So, this becomes what? The difference between them. If it was 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. the difference would have been 180 minutes, correct, 3 hours, but it is 12 less. That means the difference is 168 minutes. Now, if the difference is 168 minutes, now you know the hour hand goes by half degree per minute, or one more thing we had written, that it rotates 1 degree in 2 minutes, correct? 1 degree in 2 minutes, or just use this only, half degree per minute. So, then half into number of minutes. What is the number of minute? 168. How many times this will go? 1 time 8, 4. That means you get this. That is how many degrees does it turn? It turns by 84 degrees. 168 by 2. Simple. Done. Then next. Yeah, an accurate clock shows time as 3. After the hour hand has moved 135 degree, the time would be. Okay, accurate clock shows the time as 3. So, accurate clock is showing the time as 3. After the R hand has moved 135 degree, the time would be. Now R hand moves how much? 135 degrees moved by the R hand. 135 degrees moved by the R hand. Now the time would be. Now it's simple. 135 degree. Now what we wrote for R hand? 1 degree turn is observed in 2 minutes, half degree per minute, or 1 degree turn in 2 minutes. Now you multiply both sides by 135. What you get? That means 135 degree in 270 minutes. Simple. 1 degree in 2 minutes, then 135 degree in 270 minutes. That's it. Now what it asks you? It asks you what time would it be. So it started with 3. Now how much time has passed? 270 minutes is actually what? If you divide it by 60, this is actually 4 hours and 30 minutes. Correct? 4 into 60 is 240, 240 plus 30. So this is plus 4 hours 30 minutes, you add it, this becomes 7:30. This would be the time. Understood? Simple. 7:30 would be the time. Okay, then let's move next. Yeah. At what time between 7 and 8 o'clock are the minute and hour hands at an angle of 45 degree? Okay. So 7 and 8 o'clock, between 7 and 8 o'clock. So time will look like 7:10, 7:15, 7:50, 7:55, 7:59. That is 7xy. Now, what you need to find? The angle between them is given to be 45 degree. You need to find the times. Now, this time angle is given. Okay. Formula would be same. 60h minus 11m by 2. 60h minus 11m by 2. Now this is what the angle has to be of 45 degree. So let's write down the angle 45. Now 60 into, in place of h what you will get, number of hours completed, that is 7 minus 11m by 2. M only you need to find. Correct? How you will do this? Multiply by 2. So this becomes 90 and this becomes what? 60 into 7, this is 420 minus 11m. 11m you send there, this becomes 420 minus 90, that is 330. Correct? Now 330 will go how many times? 1 time, 30. So m comes out to be 30, or the time comes out to be 7:30. This is the time. That is 7:30. At 7:30, if you even if you try to feel, you will see that it will be something like, see, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is here, and this is 7 and this is 6. Now this won't be directly at 7. If it was exactly at 7, this would have been 30 degree, but it won't be. Why? Because 30 minutes have passed. Correct? 30 minutes have passed. So it does not work like this R hand only moves after 1 hour. The R hand also keeps moving at a very slow pace of half degree per minute. So that is why at 7:30 it has already moved halfway between 7 and 8. Correct? It has already moved halfway between 7 and 8. Once you get this, this becomes, so halfway between 7 and 8. So 30 degree, this would have been 30 degree. Then halfway between 7 and 8 more, that is 15 degree more. So this becomes 30 degree plus 15 degree is equals to 45 degree. So that way also you can feel it. Otherwise, you can of course get it directly by the formula. But one thing is there, that this is still incomplete. Why is this incomplete? Why is this incomplete? Because there won't be only one of these times. See, there won't be only one of these times, there would be more. See how? If I make two hands like this, Yeah, like if I make two angles like this. So there is a pen and there is a marker. Now they are making an angle, let's say of 60 degree right now. Right now the angle between them is 60 degree. Now this black one moves very slowly. This is the hour hand and this one moves very fast. This is the minute hand. So what you will do, after some time this will rotate further, correct, and this black one will move very less because this is hour hand. So this rotation will be less, just slightly it will rotate, but this will rotate much more than this. Eventually again 60 degree angle can be created. That is first time what was ahead? First time hour hand was ahead of minute hand, then you get a 60 degree. After that minute hand becomes ahead of hour hand, then also you get a 60 degree. Similarly here also you get a 45 degree, you got a 45 degree when minute hand is behind hour hand. One more 45 degree you will get when it gets ahead of hour hand. So it will look something like this, something around more than 7, and here it will go towards 10 or 11. So this also, this is 7, this is 8, this is 9, this is 10, 11, like this. If it is the clock, here also you will get a 45 degree again. That is the thing. Understood? So there must be one more value. So this you understand, one more value will be there. Okay. Now I will show you how that value you can get to. See, so 45 degree, when you took it as positive, what do you assume? That the hour hand is ahead of minute hand. This was your basic assumption. Because of this you got this. Now when hour hand is ahead of minute hand, that you got positive 45 degree. But if the hour hand is behind minute hand, then what you will get? You will get minus 45 degree. So let us do that part also. So this angle becomes minus 45 degree is equals to 60. H will be same because the timing is xy. So this will be same minus 11m by 2. So minus 45 degree is another thing that you must note down. Then this becomes minus 90 is equals to 6 7s are 420 minus 11m. So this becomes 11m is equals to 420 plus 90 will be what? Will be 510, correct? 510. So m comes out to be 510 by 11, or how many times this will go? This will go 4 times. What will remain? After 4 times this will give you 7. So 7 by 7, how many times this will go? This will go 6 times, and what will remain? 4 by 11, correct? This goes 4 times, so you get 44, and then 7 is left. By 70 it goes 6 times, 66, 4 is left. So 46, 4 by 11. That means another time where you will find something like 45 degree between hour hand and minute hand is this. So this is one, and the other was of course the 731 that you all found out. Understood? Simple, correct? Now be very clear. If I ask you, so there must be a question also for that. Yeah, let's do this question. What it says, this question we had already done. At what time between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock are the hands coinciding? That I took as an example. What you got? 1 hour 5 minutes 5 by 11. Then this is what? When the time in the wall clock is 3:25 p.m. the acute angle between the hour hand and the minute hand is. Now you can pause and try. The time is 3:25. Now you need to find the acute angle between hour hand and minute hand. How you will do this? Again same formula, 60h minus 11m by 2 is equals to angle. Now angle you need to find. Now 325, this means 60 into 3 minus 11 into 25 by 2. Now you solve this, you will get only one angle because the acute angle is asked. Let's just find it first. So how many times this will go? This will be 180 minus 25 into 11 is 275, 25 into 10 is 250 and 25 more. So 275. Then divided by 2, this becomes what? 180 minus 275, that is 95 minus. So this becomes minus 95 by 2, or this becomes minus 47 and half. Correct? So this is how you need to do this, minus 95 by 2 or minus 47.5. So this becomes your answer. Now you need to understand, when a time is given to you and you need to find angle, you will get only one angle, correct? The acute angle that we always take. When time is given, you can find the angle directly. But when angle is given to you, then you can take it both as a positive and as a negative. You can take it both as a positive and as a negative, and then you will get silence. Then you will get two values of times. Understood? Okay. Then next, what time between 2 and 3 o'clock? Yeah, let's do this. What time between 2 and 3 o'clock will the hour and the minute hand of a clock be 12 minutes divisions apart? Now, see, this divisions apart, this minutes as divisions is just a way of telling you the angle. Okay, it's just a way of telling you angles. For example, see, 60 minutes is how much degrees? If I am going by the minute hand, this is 360 degrees. Correct? Now, that means 1 minute is equivalent to 6 degrees. Once you understand this, instead of telling that two particles or two things are 30 degree apart, I can also tell you that they are 5 minutes apart. Correct? Because it means the same thing. Because 1 minute is equals to 6 degree. Now, if you take 12-minute divisions, so 12 minutes will be equal to, you multiply both sides by 12, this becomes 12 minute is equals to 72, 12 6 are 72, that is 72 degree. Correct? This becomes 72 degree. Now, what it says, at what time between 2 and 3 will the hour and minute hand of clock be 12 minute divisions apart? So whenever you see minute divisions or something like this, you first convert it into angle. So 12 into 6 becomes 72 degree. Now this 72 degree, will be again in plus minus both. Now you need to find the time. So let's take it positive first, then this becomes 60 in place of h, it is between 2 and 3, so h will be 2 minus 11m by 2. Then this becomes 144 is equals to 120 minus 11m, or m is equals to 120 and minus 144, that is minus 24 by 11. Now minus 24 by 11, that is minus 2 point something. Now one thing you need to understand, that angles may be positive or negative, but minutes or second can't be positive or negative. You might have heard about minus 3 degree, minus 4 degree angles, but you have never heard of minus 3 minutes. Similarly, you cannot have minus 2 minutes here. That's why this case gets entirely rejected. Now let's just take it negative. So this becomes minus 72 is equals to 60 into 2 minus 11m by 2. To multiply it here becomes minus 144, 120 minus 11m. So this becomes 11m, 120 plus 144 will give you 264, or m will come out to be 264 by 11. How many times this will go? This will go 2 times. With 22, 4 will remain. With 44, it will go 4 times. So time comes out to be 2 hours 24 minutes or 2:24 p.m. and you are getting only one time. Don't be misunderstood that you will always get 2 times. This is negative. Minutes can't be negative. So this is your only answer. 2:24 becomes your answer. That's it. Now, last question. Yeah. What it says? Between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. the minute hand of a clock will be ahead of the hour hand by 3 minutes at what time? Now, this is again between 6 and 7. That means time will look something like 6 hours 10 minutes, 6 hours 50 minutes. That is 6 hours some xy minutes. Now, our formula is the same. That is 60h minus 11m by 2 gives us the angle between minute hand and hour hand. Now, what it says, read it carefully. The minute hand of a clock will be ahead of the hour hand. Now, you know, in our formula, when we write it like hour hand and minute hand, then hour hand is always ahead of minute hand for the positive angle. So, if minute hand is ahead of hour hand, you will have to take negative angle. This was the most important thing in this, that you have to take angle in negative. Now, it becomes easy. By what? By 3 minutes at what time? Now, the difference between or the angle between them is given to be of 3 minutes. 3 minute divisions will be equal to what? 1 minute is equals to 6 degrees. So, 3 minutes will be equal to 18 degree. But angle you will have to take in minus. So, this will be minus 18 degree is equals to 60 in place of h between 6 and 7. So, this becomes 6 minus 11m by 2. This becomes minus 36, 360 minus 11m. You can send minus 11m here. This becomes 360 plus 36, that is 396. How many times this will go? You can calculate them out. 1 time, 3 time with 33, 6 will remain, 6 times with 66. So, this becomes 36. That means the time was 6 hours 36 p.m. C becomes your answer. This is what you need to understand, that when you have to take angle as positive, when negative. Here minute hand was ahead of hour hand, so angle had to be taken negative. Now, you could have done this directly also, just by looking at what time is given to you. 6:15 will look something like this. Similarly, 6:18 will look something just like this. So, these are all absolutely much more than 18 degrees. In fact, they are all more than 30 degrees. 30 degrees is the difference between 2, 5 and 6 and like this. Similarly, you have 6:48. So, this also is a huge angles. Only possibility that seems true is 6:36. So, you could have done directly also. Okay. That's it for this lecture. Other lectures you already have, that you can see. Thank you.